A CNN host interviewed actress Susan Sarandon, and she just could not fathom why Susan Sarandon would support someone like Bernie Sanders. Take a look.
Some people would say, you know what, Ms. Sarandon, you're a feminist icon. Hillary Clinton is running as a feminist icon, so why aren't you supporting her?
Well, Bernie Sanders consistently has represented everything that I'm interested in, that I care about. He wants change. He doesn't want business as usual.
So this I find so insulting to women, to say, look, because you're a woman, you're not allowed to be objective. You have to vote strictly based on genitalia. Well, not only is that not a feminist thing to do, I think it actually diminishes the cause of feminism. Bernie Sanders has a phenomenal voting record when it comes to women's rights, and the great thing about Bernie is that he's not looking out for the rich white women, he's looking out for all women. But she continues.
Bernie Sanders, he says he's a socialist. He admitted that he would have to raise taxes to accomplish his goals. Those are two things that many Americans would take pause, like the socialist label. Do you think people will really vote for a guy who's
everything that he's talking about? Everything that he's talking about is just completely directed from FDR.
I give the American people more credit than you give them. See, we're not idiots who react like cavemen to these buzzwords like socialism. Ooh, so scary. You're literally trying to perpetuate the Red Scare. Well, I've got bad news for you. The Cold War's over. Fear-mongering about communism and socialism no longer actually gets us to fall in line like it used to. The peasants have risen up, and you don't like that. See, these words like socialist, it doesn't scare us anymore. So yeah, I think that people will be inclined to vote for him because the American people are smarter than that. They look at his policies, not what you want to call him or what he calls himself.
The critics would say, you know, he wants to give Americans handouts, single payer. He wants everybody to have health insurance, free college tuition for everybody, and those things just aren't possible.
Do they say that
America.
about all of Europe? Do they say that in all of Europe?
Some critics do say that about Europe.
Everyone else, yeah, but they're very happy. Why shouldn't we have health care? I mean, why is that something that we should be ashamed of getting? That's not a handout when you pay taxes.
Oh my God, what a horrible person. He wants to give people health care so that way they don't die or go bankrupt when they get sick. What a terrible person. He wants to make sure that these peasants are educated. What the hell, Bernie Sanders? You want them to be educated so that way they're actually competitive on a job market? What the hell? How could you do this? How could you give these handouts, which they're actually handbacks because we pay for them? How could you do this, Bernie Sanders? What a terrible human being to actually want to help the American people. Shame on you. You should be trying to get in office to give more handouts to the corporations and the billionaires, not try to help the peasants. Come on, they're peasants. They don't deserve equal treatment. They don't deserve adequate representation. You know what Congress is about, Bernie. Come on, get in line. You're supposed to represent special interests. This is just insane. It's mind-blowing. But nonetheless, she continues.
Countries within Europe, their economies aren't so great.
Yeah, but we got broke going to war, right? The gap between the rich and the poor has gotten so huge, where the few people at the very top, it's like a half of 1%, have more than, I think, 50-some% of the property in this country and the wealth in this country. That's redistribution of wealth.
Oh, okay, I'm sure that that's directly correlated with the fact that they have free healthcare. Okay, so free healthcare, bad economy. I've got bad news for you, but if you do a quantitative analysis, that's not going to be the case. See, they have better healthcare. They rank better than us in healthcare, and their citizens don't die when they get sick in Europe, okay? And furthermore, look at Germany. They offer free college education to everybody. I think they're doing pretty good in terms of their economy. So to do these fear-mongering tactics, to just straight up espouse talking points of the political establishment is sickening. Now let me just remind you guys that Time Warner, the owner of CNN, is one of Hillary Clinton's biggest contributors. So this CNN host, she is not just, being smarmy and condescending to Susan Sarandon for the sake of it. She is feeding lines directly that her corporate overlords want her to feed to people. They want you to think that Bernie Sanders is this horrible socialist who, God forbid, actually help out the peasants, right? Well, we know, CNN, what you're trying to do. So this CNN host has just discredited herself forever because it is very apparent that she is being fed lines from her corporate overlords and that she is just a puppet.